2 out of 5 female murder victims are killed by an intimate partner. More than 4 out of 5 Native women have experienced violence. More than half of Native women have experienced sexual abuse. More than half of Native women have been physically abused by an intimate partner. My hope for our community is that we hold perpetrators accountable, whether they are your family or not, so the victims and survivors feel safe to talk about what has happened.
We know that this has been happening for hundreds of years, and they literally teach you in the history books of 1492 when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. And what they don't teach you is the genocide and devastation that he has left behind with the sex trafficking, the trade, and the murder. They don't talk about that. They only talk about the positive.
They say the hurt of one is the hurt of all. The joy and the happiness of one is the happiness of us as well. So as we continue this work that we do to honor our missing and murdered Indigenous peoples, I ask that we continue these prayers, that you keep dancing and singing and drumming.
Today is May 5th. It is the National Missing and Murdered Indigenous Peoples Awareness Day. We have created an earring display. It features 100 single earrings. We are hoping that this earring display helps bring awareness to the national epidemic of missing and murdered Indigenous people in our country. That is a big problem, and we have a unique opportunity to display this at the Cultural Center and help people understand what a problem it is for us here in Indian country.
My daughter was murdered 8 years ago by her fiance in Arlington, about 2 miles from my house. Any mother or anybody who thinks it can't happen to you, or I don't know how I would react, it's the hardest thing in the world.
My name is Laverne Jones. I haven't really been on the spotlight except for within the last year. My son died when he was 22 years old. He was in a domestic violence relationship. I'm a domestic violence survivor, so it really killed me for him to go through that, and we tried to get him out of that relationship, but we weren't successful.
And that's important for us to be supportive of each other, rather than say, oh, that's none of my business.
Remember, it's not your fault. I don't want anybody here to be taken. I worry about when I see young ones walking at night by themselves, whether they're just sober, drunk, high, whatever, or just going somewhere. I ask you all never to do that. Always be with somebody. 2 is safer than 1. 4 is safer than 2.
So we have this amazing blessing to make us stronger. because we have each other to lean on for prevention, for protection.
You know what? I want kids. You know what I hear? Don't be a snitch. You're a rat. Well, guess what? In today's world, there's no such thing as a snitch or a rat. Because your snitch or you ratting on them might save their life. And that is the first step to helping our people not be murdered or go missing.
The best message for this evening is for us to stand in strength together and to heal. I'm so grateful that we have so many young ones here today because they're hearing these messages at such a young and critical age. There are messages that we didn't get to hear in our generation. Messages that could have prevented us from some of the relationships that we had. Some of the relationships that almost took us away from our families. So through this healing, through all of these great words, and through our culture of standing here in strength together, that's the healing that will protect these next generations.